So if you're a martial artist that has just returned to practicing, or maybe you're an older martial artist and you need a quick warm-up before you start throwing kicks and punches, then you might want to try this routine that I'm about to show you. So just follow along here. We'll start off with what I call moon squats. So you're going to step your feet apart about just outside your shoulders. You're going to reach all the way up to the sky. Then you're going to squat down all the way down, pushing your hips backwards, and bring your arms together and squeeze all your muscles, and then relax. And then rise back up again and repeat. And come all the way down across the arms, squeeze all the muscles, and then relax. And then again. 3, 4. Show you what it looks like from the side. Notice I'm squatting down. 5. This is important because if you do sweeps or anything, you want to develop the flexibility in the lower back as well as warm up the knees properly. Okay, so that's moon squats. Now, there's a second variation to moon squats, which is once you do your first 5 to 10 rounds, what you're going to do is you're going to squat down. You're going to bring the arms up and over the head and press up towards the ceiling and try to keep your back straight. And then you're going to come all the way back up, and you're going to drop the arms back behind you and open the chest up towards the sky and raise up on your heels so you warm up all the muscles in your calves as well. Then you go back down for 1, 2. You can throw your head back 2, 3, 4, 5. And then finally, the final variation on that is that as you come up or go down, you can throw a little hop into it just to start warming up even more. So you can go all the way back down like this. Looks like this. 1, 2, 3. And you want to try to land on your feet soft as possible, right? And then let's go ahead and inhale. Okay, the next exercise from there, what I like to do is just to kind of warm up the hips. And this is good for if you're doing checks, right? You're checking a kick. We want to get the hips warmed up. In Wing Chun, we have a type of check where you check and you actually, notice my foot, you're going to turn the foot and then it goes straight in, right? So it's a good exercise to just kind of roll your knees out from the middle of your body for a few rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other one I like to do too is we have a kick that's sort of sometimes we refer to it as a shadow kick in my system. Because the system that I do is a modified form of Wing Chun. Some things are traditional, many of the forms are not. We have a couple traditional forms, but the Sifu that I've been with for the last almost going on close to 20 years, he has developed his own forms that is a combination of Wing Chun, Northern Shaolin, Northern China kicks, some things from Southern China, and he's kind of created this system. It's been pretty effective. I mean, the temple that I go to has been around it's one of the oldest temples in Long Beach, actually. It's been around for almost 50 years and stuff, so he's been very successful in terms of sharing this. It's not very well known, but on another video, I'll talk more and more about this particular type of modified Wing Chun. But for right now, let's try this next one. It's just butt kicks. You've probably seen this before. And the reason you want to do that is because if you're quad dominant, it's kind of hard to bring your foot all the way back up here. But if you remember, there's some MMA fighters that actually use this technique. Well, actually it looks more like this. You don't see the foot come up, right? You kind of hide the leg as it's coming up, and then you throw the kick out. So there's no telegraphing from that point. Okay, so that's one version. This other version is where the kick actually comes up behind, comes inside towards the center, right? It comes from back here, and then it comes in. In that way, you can not only hide the kick, but you can generate the power. It's very tricky because you don't want to go any shoulder torque in it yet. You want to kind of hide the kick like you just, without, almost like this one, but except you're going back and then you're going straight in the middle, right? So let's try that, a few butt kicks. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then what you can add with that is what's called a hanging horse. Take your inside of your palm, grab your leg, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your knee, push it out to the side, come back, pull a leg up. Push it out to the side, come back, pull a leg up more. Push it out, and then you can hold it there for about 3 seconds, and you can just do a few where you bring your heel in towards your butt, or you could just, from here, depending on how high you are, just bring the heel in. The idea here is to stretch out the quad and warm up the tendons in the knees and hips. So do the other side. Remember, I'll show you from the front. You take your palm, go inside the leg, pull the leg back, keep pressing the hip forward though, right? Push the knee out, come back, pull it up, and keep your balance. Push the knee out, come back, pull it up. Push the knee out, come back, pull it up. And then again, you can do a few pulses here and stuff. In my background, I used to do a lot of heavy squatting and stuff and biking, and it kind of overdeveloped my quad. So it took me years to really get my flexibility back because I was so quad dominant, and I still am to a large extent. But those are some pretty good exercises that you can do. So we did the moon squat, the different variations. We did the leg openers, right? So this is for your kicking day, by the way. And then we have the butt kick, right? Right? So you got one that helps with your defense, to leg check, come in, leg check, come in. And then you got, right? The shadow kick, either this way or this way. Thank you for your time and attention. Get out there and train, as my friend Ramsey's always like to say. Stay inspired and inspirational. I'm Kungfu, the Kung Fu creative. I'll see you next time.